to another interesting tutorial. So I'll be showing you how to make these skirt ruffles. So in making these skirt ruffles, I have my paper on fold. This is the waistline for my skirt. I'm going to take my measurement from my waist to my hip. So this is my hip line, and this is my knee line. That is 4 inches above my knee line. So these lines I made right now, this is 4 inches above my knee line. So I'm going to impute my waist measurements, my waist circumference divide by 2 for the divide by 4, and my hip circumference divide by 4, plus an ease of 0.5 or 0.75. Then I will also bring down what I have here to the knee. Okay, so but then from this knee line I'm going to come in by 1 inch to shaping my knee. So I'm going to connect from hip to waist and connect to that point. So I'll just blend up this line. Okay, all right, so this is 4 inches above actual knee, 4 inches above knee. This is your hip. So this is the pattern we are going to make use of right now to attach the ruffles. So the ruffles, I'm going to start 4 inches above knee line. So I've opened up this is my skirt, and I've opened it up. So the next thing I want to do is to take the measurement from end to end to attach the ruffle. So here I have 14.5. This 14.5 I'll multiply by 2.5. So if I do that, I'll be having about, this is 29 times, that is 14 times 2 is 29. 14.5 times 2 is 29. Half of it will give me 7.25. So if I have to add it up, I have 36.25. So a yard will do. Okay, that's a yard of ruffle will do for the first. Then the length of that of your ruffle depends on you. You can do 6 inches, you can do 7 inches as length. So I'll come in with my paper to demonstrate what I'm talking about. So this is a yard of ruffle now. A yard of that is 36 inches. So I'll just go ahead and gather. So I'm going to gather right here. I'll just make my gathers. But before I make the gathers of step 1, this is step 1. Before I make these gathers and attach, I'm going to measure the length of what I have here, which is a yard, 36. For this, I will do 36 times 4. The reason I'm doing 36 times 4 is because what I have right there in the second layer is actually very heavy. So 36 times 4 means I will have 72 times 72. Okay, so that will give me 414, 144 length. So you now cut your 2 in 144 length. You can keep joining them. So that one, you join it at the second layer. So let me just pretend using this paper again to demonstrate this. So another thing I want to talk about is the sewing pattern. Okay, so I will use this one as step 1. First layer, that is the 36 times 2.5 or times 3. You can do 36 times 3. Second layer will be the length, which is 36 times 4. So first I'm going to gather step 2. I'll just gather step 2 and I'm going to sew it just like we sew some Caribbean skirts. So I'll place it on top. After serging it, weaving the up, I'll place on top like this. I'm going to place it on top and run my stitches on it. Okay, then once I'm done with that, I'll also gather this one, place on top also, meaning that you need to weave this one, you need to weave the edges. So I just gather like this. So this is the first layer, which will be sewn on top. This one will be sewn on top of this, and that is how we have this skirt. Then you can now make the Ankara part of it, starting from the hip line like that. So that is how we come to the end of this tutorial, and I believe you learned a lot on how to make your Caribbean ruffles. Thank you for coming. See you in the next